Speaking of Google, by the way, if you've ever Googled nurse, you might have found our first performer. Please welcome to the stage, Laura Crighton.
I'm not above Rob Ford crack jokes, but I won't say them. I won't say them. So hello. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Laura Crighton. I am a nurse, and for the past 27 years, I've been living with my parents. Very exciting. And I never went away to university, so it's not like I went away and came back. No, I've lived with them for a solid, uninterrupted 27 years. So you can imagine what that feels like. As most of my friends know, I don't drink because I hate the taste of alcohol, but I kind of hate the taste of living in that house even more. Sorry, cord problems. I like to talk about my love life. My love life is pretty exciting. I'm averaging sex about once every 6 months, which is pretty exciting for me. So as some people are changing their clocks back and forth, I'm either springing forward or falling back on a dick, which is great. Great for me, yes. I've been single for about 4 solid years now, and I just got asked out on a date the other day. Finally. Yeah, exciting. Yeah, you can cheer. It's pretty exciting. I had to turn it down though because I just got out of a really shitty relationship 4 years ago, and I just don't feel like I'm not there yet. I took a shower for you all today. That's actually a big deal. It doesn't happen very often. And while I was in the shower, I was pondering my pubic shaving issues. And I found out that I fit in one of 2 criteria: 70s porno or 5-year-old girl. So since I'm looking for a potential mate tonight, I'd just like all the fellas to know, 5-year-old girl. 5-year-old girl. This is only my 2nd time doing stand-up. The first time was 2 weeks ago. I told my parents about it. My dad was kind of excited about it, you know, a little proud. My mom was a little passive-aggressive supportive about it, is what I like to call it. I told my mom, hey, I got this opportunity, I'm gonna do stand-up comedy, what do you think? And she said, Lauren, don't you think with your crippling low self-esteem that if nobody laughs at your jokes, you might come home and kill yourself? So, needless to say, she's not here tonight. No, she was not invited, I told her not to come. Another passive-aggressive story about my mother, because she likes to talk about me at her work. So she comes home and she says, Lauren, my boss and I had to talk about single girls. I said, okay, great. And she said, and I think we figured out the difference between you and fat girls who have boyfriends. And I thought, oh no. So I said, okay, tell me what it is, tell me. She said, the difference is they have good hair. She said, when a guy is looking at a mate, he looks at their whole head, and you only have like half of a good head of hair, and the other half looks like an Auschwitz person, and that I should just grow it out. So as a fuck you to my mother, I think I'm just going to shave the other side of my head. So, as I said, I'm a nurse by profession. It's a very exciting job. I actually have a lot of people from work here. I just want to take the opportunity to thank them for coming out and spending $10 to listen to me tell jokes when you could have listened to them in the break room for free. Thank you. When I was in nursing school, I was a very nervous girl. One of my first patients in the hospital had a prolapsed vagina. And if you ever want to know what a prolapsed vagina looks like, it's like if your pelvis blew a bubble made out of vagina. That day I spent 6 hours trying to finger that vagina back into that woman's pelvis with my short stubby fingers. And I thought to myself that day, you know what? I'm not gay. I don't enjoy this. And I hope to God I never see this woman again, and I don't think I have. Later that same week, I had my first urinary catheter, which was really exciting because it was a man and the urethra is right there. It was perfect. I was so excited. So I got all my stuff ready, and I'm just like this eager student, like full of energy, and I'm like, yes, this guy is going to get the best catheter he's ever had. He's not going to feel a thing. So I pulled down the bed sheet, and my worst worst nightmare is staring back at me, and that's the foreskin. I fucking hate them. Penises are ugly on a normal standard, but with a foreskin, they just look mutated. They look awful. So as I tried to pull this foreskin down on this man, it was like pulling a turtleneck over a toddler, where you pull like one side down and the other side slides up, and then you pull the other side down, the first side slides up. By the end of that week, I didn't know if I was gay or straight. Because either way, I didn't want to have anything to do with either of those things. As a nurse, I find the story of my birth very exciting. I was a 10-month baby, so just imagine a baby incubating for an extra month. So I basically came out an 8-pound, 7-ounce pound, or big ball of pink flesh covered in brown hair. I was a vagina coming out of a vagina, basically. I looked like Chewbacca being born. I even made this sound as I came out. I have a lot of pet peeves. A lot of my friends don't know that because I'm just very accepting of everything, but I think my biggest pet peeve is when somebody asks me for a huge favor, and it's something as simple as picking up a bottle of pop on the way over to their house. It's like, come on, if you're gonna ask me for a big favor, you better ask me to poach an elephant or be part of a murder-suicide. I'm not saying I want to be part of a murder-suicide, but it would be nice to be asked. I'm on Twitter. I love Twitter, and one of my favorite things to do on Twitter is follow Uber Facts, which basically tells me hilarious facts that can pull up in stand-up comedy. And one of the ones I read was that you can tell a horse's gender by looking at its teeth, because a male horse has 40 teeth and a female has 36 teeth. And I thought to myself, really, Uber Facts? That's what you had to tell me about horse gender? I couldn't just bend down and look at the giant horse dick? Apparently I couldn't. Apparently I couldn't. I'm going to leave you with this one. Another Uber fact was, the more somebody laughs at your jokes, the more likely they are to sleep with you. So on that note, I'll be at the bar telling knock-knock jokes for nipple tweaks. Thank you.